So before I left for Ghana, I was just a bit afraid, but I was still idealistic about the trip. I expected to learn about Ghanaian culture and make friends with the local students. Of course, I knew it would be difficult, because of how different Ghana is culturally from the U.S. But I really didn't know what to expect. I was really excited to have the experience of my lifetime and grow as a global citizen. I was prepared to have my worldviews challenged, and that's exactly what happened. It was a definite culture shock, being in Ghana, seeing women walking on the streets with huge basketfuls of drinks or watermelons on their heads, hawkers walking between lanes on the roads, between cars, selling stuff, everything from phone cards to maps to food or even chairs or tables. The smogginess of the main roads contrasted with the lush green of the university campus, and there were open gutters, and which I fell into once and sprained my ankle. There are lots of unpaved dirt roads, and there are so many people. Everyone's walking on the streets, driving. There are people trying to sell you stuff. Um, People are getting on and off trotros. Young beggars are pulling at your hand, trying to get a peso out of you. There was always someone looking for your attention, especially at the busier areas of Accra or at the trotro stations. And it was amazing. It really was, to see the energy of Ghana. But it was also very overwhelming. And it wasn't always smooth sailing. There were ups and downs, but I didn't expect the downs to be so challenging. Being immersed in an environment where everyone was of African descent and dark skinned forced me to come face to face with colorism and racism embedded in modern society, and the psychological and sociological impacts that slavery still has on African communities. I'm not saying all African women, but it isn't uncommon to see women lightening their skin or relaxing their hair. There is this almost universal beauty standard of having lighter skin or Western features. And some of my friends also shared that some Ghanaian guys said that they wished to marry a white woman. There was also an admiration of Western culture. Again, not everyone, but a lot of Ghanaians were so eager to make friends with Obrunis or foreigners just because they look different or they're from Western countries. It annoyed me a lot for a while when people would just randomly ask me for my phone number just because they wanted to be my friend, because I was lighter skinned or I was from the US. Some men even ask you to marry them, because being associated with a lighter skinned person or an Obruni is a social status booster. It was overwhelming, to say the least, and this social climate was so different from what I've ever experienced. But it's taught me to be more firm and to not be afraid to say what I feel. If I'm faced with unexpected situations or people are asking me for my phone number, or if I'm being harassed, I know there's no need to feel like I need to be polite. There's no need to feel like I have to be polite. I know that it's okay to do what makes me feel comfortable, since I don't owe anyone anything, and it really helped me reinforce my self-esteem, my self-worth, to become more assertive. I've learned how to interact with people of different cultural backgrounds, values, people who might behave differently, while still standing up for myself. Because I want to pursue a career in international affairs or international development or even diplomacy, these skills are very crucial to deeply understand a culture and the socioeconomic or political conditions people may experience. To have respect for those who are different, to be tolerant and not evangelical, but still stand up for what I believe in. I've definitely grown a thicker skin, which will help me stay determined and persevere in achieving any goals that I set for myself. So far, I've shared the challenges that I've had that have helped me grow, but these experiences don't characterize the majority of my trip. Like I said, there are ups and downs throughout, and what really made my study abroad experience worthwhile were the people. Not everyone in Ghana wants your phone number, and for a while I grew really weary of making friends with Ghanaians, but eventually I was able to make friends with Victoria and Agnes, who were in 2 of my classes, and they really helped me out with figuring out what was going on in class, when exams were, what to study. I also made friends with Nee and Sanam and Elizabeth and Alom, who were such good friends. Without them, I couldn't have survived in Ghana. Their advice on how to bargain or how to interact with people or how to just survive in Ghana was so helpful, and having them as friends really made me appreciate kindness and sincerity. Which brings me to my program coordinators, Auntie Rose and Auntie Sharon, Auntie Joyce, Auntie Elsie, Uncle Albie. They were so amazingly loving and caring. They were always there to guide us. And through these people, I was able to see and explore how beautiful Ghana is. Once you get past the cold water, the hand washing laundry, spotty electricity, lack of Wi-Fi, you realize your humanity, I guess. You realize how you can survive even without the luxuries of American living. And I've realized how spoiled I am coming from the US and seeing how Ghanaians in villages are living just fine. They definitely have a far thicker skin than I do, but living in Ghana made me appreciate the different ways of living. I'll definitely miss the greenery, the wildlife, how there's so many different species of birds everywhere chirping in the morning, how blue the sky is, the reddish orange of the dirt, the soil, I mean. I'm really gonna miss how friendly everyone is, how all the people I've met, and I'm so thankful for Fund for Education Abroad for funding my education abroad. Without them, without you, I couldn't have had this experience. So thank you so much. So bye.